I think the street video reviewer has lost his mind. Well, he's never been completely compos mentis up top, but I'm pretty sure that he's really lost it.
It's a dead end, aren't it?
It's a dead end. I'll go and stand at the dead end then, and I'll be out of the way of everybody. Thank you. Sunny Sunday in Skipton. Well, there's a nice bit of alliteration there, but I think I need an antonym for sunny, and I can't think of one. Quite impressed with this building, 1854 Birkbeck, no idea whatever it used to be. There making all the noise is the castle. There's the Black Horse up there. And this place is called Back of the Beck. Back of the Beck, written in Reet, Yorkshire. So this is called Holy Trinity, Skipton. We warmly welcome visitors to the church and to all the services. It doesn't say not allowed. Please enjoy some time in this beautiful church. English. Nice font. Look at these flags. Royal British Legion. What's that say? Parachute Regimental Association, Airedale branch. That's a glorious stained glass window. And look at the size on the stones this was made out of. Stunning ceiling. Made out of wood. No idea what type of wood. Now, before we have a quick look at that, let's have a look at this. Oh, the lighting's not very good on it. The horse and the lion surrounding the shield. Yes, very, very impressive. Very impressive indeed. What is this? (1847). A memorial of founders and benefactors in the parish of Skipton. And then it gives a history. A history of something to do with the grammar school of Skipton, founded by William Ermisted. And this is Ermisted's Grammar School. House Church. Even if I am an atheist. Beautiful flagstone pavements and a little cobbled road here. The Black Horse. It's very quiet. Little cobbled street taking you into the back of the Black Horse. But I tell you what, it makes a change to have nice Yorkshire stone flagging rather than tarmac on a pavement. It's a standard little market town, plenty of pubs, plenty of local shops. There's a few bigger shops like Mountain Warehouse and Regatta, Oxfam. There's a lot of little local shops that you're unlikely to find anywhere else. Little cobbled streets, all these cobbles. Try cycling on this, that'll do your backside in, I tell you. And in this weather you'll probably slip on it as well if you try turning.
Sorry, mate.
No, it's no worries. Look at these houses, look how they're built. Stunning windows. All made of, let's clean you up a bit, all made of stone. This side has all got square windows, this side's got all of the arched windows. It's like being out with Last of the Summer Wine, is this? Cobbled street which looks like a back street, which isn't a back street because that's the fronts of the houses. And we're back down at the canal. With the barges. And the rain pitter-pattering on the water. 30-minute boat trip. And there's a boathouse bar, Pennine Cruises. Look at this, swans on the canal. This is where the barges can park up, stop for the night. Very, very nice. Hello. It's got a guy singing in there in the boathouse bar. Boat trips this way. All coming through.
Thank you.
It's all right. Room for a small one. There's some more swans. Skipton boat trips, no mooring. Well, just here, seeing as I'm out of the way of the rain, and there's a little bit extra space for people to get past. I think I'll pull up a video that I'm going to review. So this is auditing his Prola feed. Street video reviewers. Video from a month ago. And this is quite a strange video, I think. So this is me reviewing Street Video Reviewer. And this, I'll just turn it down for the moment. Who controls the past controls the blah blah blah. So he starts it off by looking at the Hare Hills stuff that happened in Leeds in Hare Hills, and over the top of it he's got George Orwell's 1984 coming, being read over it. I don't know whether he's used AI or whether he took it straight from the film. I'm not sure, but it's like really quite interesting. And then he talks about, let me now put the sound up. Now this is really strange, because I'd like you to think, how does he get to slagging off auditors?
Party and allowed to live in relative freedom compared to the party members. The concept of prole feed refers to the entertainment and distractions provided to the proles to keep them satisfied and prevent them from engaging in critical thinking or challenging the party's authority. In short, prole feed is the mental food with which the system alienates commoners, while the portrayal of the proles and the use of prole feed in the novel are fictional elements created by George Orwell.
So in other words, prole feed is about the government and the powers that be feeding propaganda to the people, possibly giving them things to complain about and things to hate other people that they live alongside, so that the people all fight against each other instead of fighting against the powers that be. Okay.
It can be seen as a reflection of Orwell's concerns about the dangers of authoritarianism and the manipulation of information in both the totalitarian state.
The problems of authoritarianism and the manipulation of propaganda and information that is given out, absolutely right. And it leads to the authorities with the power to dish out justice and enforce the law. It leads to them being able to abuse such powers occasionally.
The banned literature for the proles, making them believe it was literature banned by the government. But it was controlled opposition, even though the proles believed they were reading forbidden literature. The banned literature was part of the Machiavellian system of social control.
Controlled opposition, part of a Machiavellian system of social control. The government, the powers that be, controlled this and made sure it went out. It was all propaganda to keep the proletariat in place where they're meant to be. Interested in complaining about other stuff instead of stuff that's actually being done by the government and the powers that be.
This brings us to auditing. Auditing is prole feed. It is controlled opposition.
Now that's an interesting statement. Where the hell does he get that from? Because actually what auditing is trying to counter the controlled opposition and to hold the powers that be and the people that deliver the justice and the people who think they have got certain powers and certain rights and certain abilities to tell other people what to do. That's what auditors do. They prevent that stuff and they advise people not to do it, especially the powers that be.
It is a banned literature of Orwell's 1984. It serves to distract you from the real issues and encourages you to go down blind alleys. Auditors are not defending our civil liberties or photography rights. Millions of channels on YouTube show content creators walking around England filming places and people without objection.
And that's exactly what auditors are trying to do. Photography is not a crime. Videography is not a crime. What I'm doing is not a crime. I'm just carrying out my Article 10 human rights, which is doing my hobby out in public, leading a private life. If somebody then wants to come up and challenge me, that's where I can push back.
Suggesting that photographers never meet with interference from security staff, police officers and other officials. But mobbing, bullying, trespassing, humiliating people, this is not the way. It is not real dissent. It is just tyranny in a different form.
So Street Video Reviewer seems to think that this is tyranny in a different form, which is absolutely fascinating, when it is countering the tyranny in a form that is legal.
Dressed up as entertainment. The people you see here rioting in Leeds last month are not dissenters either. None of them have a single idea in their head.
So I don't know why he is trying to bring a parallel to the rioters in Leeds in Hare Hills last month, to auditors, to people on YouTube that are just showing what's going on, what's happening.
They are not revolutionary material. They're just yobs. Whatever the immediate cause of the riot, I think it was social services wanting to see some kid who'd been dropped out of a window or something like that. That's not why they went on to riot. That was just an excuse for it. Race and ethnicity are also not the reason they did it. White British people are just as capable of riot.
I think Street Video Reviewer has lost his mind. Well, he's never been completely compos mentis up top, but I'm pretty sure that he's really lost it.
It's a dead end, aren't it?
It's a dead end. I'll go and stand at the dead end then, and I'll be out of the way of everybody. Thank you.
As any other race and ethnicity. The reason they did this is because they're unhappy. The reason they're unhappy is because the system doesn't work. The system is unfair. The system is wrong.
So, Street Video Reviewer is complaining about people complaining that the system is wrong, which they have the right to do. It's called freedom of speech, freedom of expression. I'm somewhat confused as to where he's going with this, because I don't know how he is linking auditors and YouTubers with these rioters.
It's the capitalist system that needs to go. The same applies to these people.
Oh,
They're mostly horrible people.
Horrible
but they're
people.
also victims of a society that alienates them, that has left them unhappy and
Victims. We're
broken and
victims.
depressed, and in some cases alone.
happy, unbroken, depressed, alone. Apparently, I've not heard anybody being unhappy, broken, depressed, alone. I haven't heard anybody complaining about it from the auditor's side of things. That's an interesting statement from Street Video Review. It's as if he's just making shit up.
And that's the real root of it. The same applies to their supporters on YouTube.
Ooh.
If you look at the comments, the people who support auditors are mostly disturbed or broken or angry and twisted people. What makes them horrible people, and what makes these people yobs?
What makes them horrible people and makes the other people yobs? So there's a straight connection there with Street Video Reviewer, who sounds like a knob rather than a yob. He sounds like the type of person that would tell children playing football in the street not to do it. He'd start shouting at them. People skateboarding, something that he's clearly a boomer based on his voice, and he wouldn't like anybody using a skateboard anywhere. People carrying out their own personal business, doing it in the way they want to do it, not causing harm, being lawful. This is the type of guy that will complain about it all the time.
Is that they are missing the point. It may be an intellectual failing as much as anything else. The point is that we should stand up to the powerful, but bullying and abusing others, and destroying your own environment is just another form of tyranny and makes you no better than the people in power.
So there we go. Now we know exactly what Street Video Reviewer thinks. And none of it makes any sense whatsoever, I'm afraid. He sounds like a very disturbed man. Hey, you know, each to their own. There are lots of different personalities out there. There's lots of different people. There's lots of, I don't know, worrisome, moaning minis that are out there. And he can do that. I'm quite happy that he does that. I'm happy that we know that he does that. Because he's just the type of person you would want to basically keep away from. That type of person will just bring your life down. They will make you depressed. They will sour your life. Whereas, and let me add in, Street Video Reviewer never goes out to the street. He sits at home. I'm going to use some sign language here now. He sits at home, probably in his mother's basement or his grandmother's basement, who are probably really sourly faced old witches, and just makes videos when other people are actually getting out there and doing stuff. And I think that's pretty much the end of my video for Skipton. I'm in a beautiful place, but it's bloody freezing. My fingers are nearly falling off. These swans seem to be looking like they're enjoying themselves. And it is exceptionally pleasant down here on the canal. I've never been to this particular area. It's a bunch of 4 guys there just singing in the boathouse, in the boathouse bar, which is absolutely fantastic. And the place is packed. It is really busy in there, which is a fantastic thing to see here in Yorkshire, in Skipton. It might be wet, it might be cold, but people can go into a warm place with their children, and they've got music on, they've got food available, they can have a drink, and everybody's having a laugh. I saw lots of happy smiling faces in there, lots of people chatting away because there's an atmosphere. And that is perfect. Let me say that again. That is a perfect ending to a fantastic Yorkshire day. Take me home to the place